Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Natalie and today I'm starting off this video a little frantically. It's 8 a.m. I'm about to actually head out to the airport because I'm getting on a flight. But I wanted to start this video because I've been wanting to do it forever and I felt like this was the perfect time. I'm going to be traveling. I love to read on an airplane, so I wanted to pick the books I'm going to read for this. It's reading the highest and lowest books on your TBR. I'm obviously going to do my TBR of November, so I'm going to show you guys what books I have. We're going to go through all the ratings and then we'll choose the ones that we're going to be reading. These are all the books I picked for my November TBR when I did my TBR jar. Chooses my reads, minus the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore because I don't know, it's like roaming somewhere in here, but I can't find it. But I'm gonna jump on Fable. I actually made a November TBR list on there so I can track all the books that are on my TBR. So I guess the first one on here is The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. Let's see what this rating is on Fable. It's a 3.93, so I feel like this is kind of gonna be like an in the middle book. The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, which I don't have on hand, but somewhere in this room, is a 3.78, so obviously lower than Boyfriend. I have Betting on You by Lynn Painter, which is a 4.07, so that's a pretty good rating. Then we have This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan, which is a 4.48, so that is an extremely high rating. I feel like this is definitely going to be one of the books up there. We have The Goal by Elle Kennedy, which is a 3.84, so again, one of our middle books. We have Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, which of course is going to be highly rated. This is a 4.49, so this is actually higher than This Could Be Us, but I do have a little exception for that book, so let's continue on and then I'll explain it. We have Throttled by Lauren Asher, which is a 3.72, so this is actually the lowest book so far. That's on my November TBR, so we'll see. This could be the one we're reading. And then we have Fall for Him by Andy Burke, is a 3.98, so pretty good rating. That's again in the middle. And then we have Five Brothers by Penelope Douglas, which is a 3.87, so another book that is kind of right in the middle. The top two books on this TBR rating wise by other people are Harry Potter and then This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. This has a 0.01 less rating than this book on Fable, but I'm actually gonna read this one just because I'm doing a separate video with Harry Potter books, so I'm gonna leave that book for that specific video. So I am gonna pick this one up for our highest rated book, and then for our lowest rated book I'm gonna be picking up Throttled by Lauren Asher. This is the first book in the Dirty Air series, Formula One Racing. This is the second book in the Skyland series and I absolutely loved the first book so much. I met Kennedy Ryan in person this summer and she was the biggest delight. I loved her, so I've been dying to read this book. This is the book I think I'm going to start with actually, which I don't know if that's a good or bad thing that I'm going to be starting with the highest rated book because that really like makes the expectations up here, but we're gonna do it. So I'm actually about to head out to the airport. I'm going to see someone very special today. I'm extremely excited. I'm going to start with This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan on the plane this morning and I'll update you guys throughout, but let's get into it and head to the airport. Okay, we're currently at the airport. It's the morning after the Billie concert. It was the best experience of my life. She touched us. We were like right on the railing with her. I'll insert videos of that because that was the best experience of my life. But we're back at the airport. We were in Minneapolis for such a short time, but I'm in the middle of a chapter right now. I'm on page 172 of This Could Be Us. I read the entire time on our first flight here and it was so good, so I'm excited to get through this book today, hopefully. I just wanted to give you a little update because I haven't talked to you guys. But we were only in Minneapolis for a short time, so I didn't really have much time to read while we were there. So we have a direct flight home, like 2 hours. I want to read and try to finish this book, and then we'll move on to our lowest rated book. That's the update, but I just wanted to check in, and then once I get home, I'll update you guys. Very great night. We got to touch Billie Eilish, which was the best experience of my entire life. We're on a high right now, so let's go read. I'm back from my little short trip of going and seeing Billie. She literally grabbed my arm, was on the banister, and grabbed my arm to like stand up on top of it. We were so close to her. Obviously, we literally were touching her, which is so crazy. But we're gonna get back to books. I did read quite a bit on the plane. I'm on page 236 of This Could Be Us. I am going to finish this book today 100%. But I wanted to quickly update my book on Fable because hot take, Goodreads is just not where it's at anymore. So I want to talk to you guys about it. But I wanted to thank Fable for sponsoring today's video. I've actually been using Fable this entire year basically. I started my own book club on Fable during the summertime and I've been obsessed with it ever since. But I know a lot of people are very weary of switching to different reading apps. Fable makes it so incredibly easy. So all you have to do is go into Fable, create your account, and if you're worried about how long it's going to take to transfer all your books from Goodreads to Fable, don't worry about it because they have got you covered. All you have to do is go into your settings and it has a import Goodreads list and reviews. I've obviously already done this because I've been using the app for a long time, but it will take you straight to your Goodreads. All you do is log in, and then once you log in, it will import everything you have from your Goodreads into the Fable app, so it's totally synced up and you don't have to worry about transferring it one by one. Once you've done that, you'll have all your books in the Fable app. I think this app is so cool. It's super community based, which I love because I feel like Goodreads is just basically you import your books and that's that. Like people can kind of see it and they just move on. But for Fable, if you go to the homepage, it's basically like another social media platform. You can scroll through people's posts, see what they're posting. I love seeing pictures, like this person posted a picture camping, reading their book. It's very much community based and I love posting on here and talking to you guys. Another incredible feature, which I know you guys will be obsessed with, Fable has not only half-star ratings, but quarter ratings. So for those of you that are super picky about your ratings and you feel like you can't give an accurate rating every time, now you can. I love giving half-star ratings. I feel like a lot of the books I read are either half stars or quarter stars. So being able to rate those exactly how you want to has been a game changer. You can also see all your personalized stats. So if you go to my reader summary, it says rom-com riddle. I obviously read a lot of romance, but it has all of my books for the year. It lays it out month by month. It has your streaks, which sometimes I am bad about updating the streaks. It has all of your categories. It's just like the coolest app ever. It has average ratings, the most read authors. Everything you could ever want in a reading app is on Fable. It also has this cool feature where you can do lists. So for example, I just did my November TBR video and I made my entire list of all the books that I picked for that on Fable, so I can have it all laid out here. So anytime I need to go reach for a book in November, I can look at the books I have on my TBR, which is one of my favorite features because I easily forget all the books that I've chosen for that month. And then obviously they have clubs. So I'm actually a part of my friend Alexa's club, my friend Allie's club, and I have my own club on Fable. So if you're interested in joining, our book for this month is The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. That's obviously my favorite part because I get to talk to everyone. It's such community based and I'm absolutely obsessed with the way it's set up. There's also an explore page, so if you're looking for suggestions, new releases, anything like that, you can even take little quizzes, which are so much fun. So I actually want to track my book that I'm reading. One of the really cool features about Fable is that you can do streaks. So I'm obviously reading This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan and I want to track my streak. So I just go into the top of it. So fun, it gives a little confetti and then you can also track your progress, which is so cool. But overall, Fable has just been an absolute game changer in the book world. I know a ton of my friends would also agree. We have all just switched over to Fable. It's just so much easier to use, way more community based, which is my favorite part about it. And I know you guys would love it too. So if you're interested in checking out Fable, make sure you head over to the App Store, download Fable, and you can just import all of your Goodreads data and then just get started with it. It's super, super easy and definitely the best book app there is. You guys should definitely check it out, and thank you again to Fable for sponsoring today's video. I have absolutely been loving and eating this book up so much. We woke up so early for our flight, literally at like 4:45 a.m. to go catch our flight, and usually I'd be sleeping on the plane, but I just whipped open my book and read it the whole plane ride because I'm that into this book. But if you guys don't know what this book's about, it's the second book in the Skyland series. It's about Soledad, which is one of the friends that's featured in the first book. Right at the beginning, there's this huge betrayal with her husband, which I won't give away because it's a big spoiler, but that basically brings her world crashing down and she kind of has to figure out everything on her own. But what I love about Kennedy Ryan is she makes the female characters so strong. Not just strong, but like they're able to lean on their community and their friends, which I think is so important in just like real life. And I feel like a lot of times books don't touch on that, leaning on the people around you to help bring you back up in hard times. So that's why I love the way she writes, especially this series. It's just so friend-based. I love that all of her friends are featured in it, but Soledad is such a strong woman and she basically gets herself back on her feet through a lot of trial and tribulation. There is a romantic connection that happens later on. It honestly doesn't happen until like 2/3 into the book. I mean, there's a lot of build-up, so it does happen, but like full force not till like 2/3 into the book, which I kind of enjoy the build-up. I think the build-up's always better than the actual like two people coming together. But I'm definitely gonna finish this today and I'll let you guys know my rating, but it's honestly very high right now. Like I can see why this is rated so highly on Fable. We're gonna sit down, try to finish this book, and then we're gonna move on to the next one, but I'll let you guys know once I do and what I end up rating it. Let's go and read. All right, we're here to talk about This Could Be Us because, oh my goodness, I was so obsessed with this book. I gave it a 5-star. Guys, there's been few and far in between books I've given 5 stars this year. Certain books have not been hitting with me, but this book was so good. I'm obsessed with it. If you guys haven't read the Skyland series yet, you need to read it. I cannot wait for the 3rd book. The first book in the series, I actually gave like a 4.5 stars, I think. This one I honestly liked better. I think the main thing is I loved the buildup of it. There was so much buildup to get to the end, and I love that about books. And this book just did it for me. So I was obsessed with this story. There were a few plot twists in it that made it super interesting throughout the whole thing, and I just love the characters. I love their friendship. I love Soledad. I love how strong of a woman she is, but she also leans on her community. So I am obsessed with this book and I would totally recommend it to every single one of you, but I give this one 5 stars. Honestly, I think this was a bad one to start with just because now the lowest rated book, which is Rattled by Lauren Asher, is going to be extremely hard to live up to that. So I probably should have read them in reverse order, but here we are. So I've actually already started this and I'm not gonna lie, I'm on page 339 right now, so I'm basically already done with it, but I have a little bit left. I haven't been able to update you guys on this one as much as I'd like to, but this is a tough one, guys, because I am following it up after a 5-star read for me, and that's just hard as it is. I obviously love Lauren Asher. I love her writing. I read my first Lauren Asher book this year, which was Love Redesigned. That was the first one I ever jumped into, and it's obviously like one of her more recent ones, and I was obsessed with it. I think I gave it like 4.25 or something around that. So I really enjoy Lauren Asher's writing. So it says this book came out in 2020. So obviously she's come out with quite a few books after this, but I don't know. I feel like I can just tell from reading Love Redesigned and then going back to this book, I can kind of just like tell the immaturity of the writing in this one because the other one was more mature. I don't know. Do you catch my drift? This book's about Maya. Maya is the sister of this F1 racer who's super good. He's on a team and he travels across the world to compete, basically. Maya's brother is on the same team as Noah, and they're kind of rivals in the racing game. But Maya just graduated college and she's kind of trying to figure out what to do with her life. So she ends up traveling with her brother and kind of starts vlogging. So she's a vlogger. We love that. She's a YouTube girly. But she basically vlogs like her experience at the races, and she's kind of blowing up from that. She ends up obviously being around Noah a lot, and Noah is her brother's rival, and Noah ends up liking Maya and vice versa. They kind of start this little relationship. Honestly, I just think I don't really have a connection to any of the characters. They're all okay, but I'm not obsessed with any of them, not even the main characters. So I think that's why it's been a little bit challenging to get into this. I've honestly read it incredibly fast. Like I read it really quickly because the writing is so quick, but I'm just like not really into the characters, not too much into the story. I feel like Maya and Noah kind of rush into things. I don't know. It's just not my favorite. It's really hard to follow after This Could Be Us. I'm going to finish this right now. I only have a little bit left and I want to sit down and finish this book right now, and then I'll give you a final rating. Let me just tell you now, if you ever do something like this, make sure you read the lowest rated book first before the highest rated book, because I did this so backwards and I kind of screwed myself reading Throttled second because I'm just comparing it to my last book. That's a me problem, but I'm gonna sit down, finish this, and then I'll let you guys know my final rating once we're done. I finished Throttled. I don't know, guys. I think this is a tough one. I think I would give it a 3. Just a 3, nothing above that. It was like quick and easy. It just wasn't my favorite. It was very much like in the middle for me. So that's that. I obviously loved This Could Be Us way better than Throttled, which by the ratings, that's kind of how it was for a lot of people. This was so much fun to do. I've never done a video where I've read the highest and lowest rated books on my TBR. I feel like these would be fun to do kind of like every month, just to like get through my TBR while also like comparing the highest and lowest rated books from other people. This was so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've read either of these books and what your opinions are of them, if you liked one better than the other. If you guys haven't read the Skyland series, I totally recommend it. It's so good. One of my favorite like romance series ever. That's saying a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you guys in my next one.